What's up, guys? Here on the Diorama today. First off, this is the beginning of the new building. I got real bad allergies right now, and I kind of feel like crap. So I'm probably not going to sound very good, and I might be hacking and coughing a little bit. So you're just going to have to bear with me, but I'm going to basically try to show you guys how I'm doing things and what I'm doing, and I'm going to eventually try to show you guys how to build a building. Now, you can see just in the shell that we are basically one full story and into the second story. Now, you probably haven't seen it. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys around real quick, and then I'll get into what I was about to say. That little flatbed, little Tonkin flatbed goes great with the matte granite, but it's also a heck of a great camera holder. So what we got here is we got some 1x4s. And for those of you who don't know, 1x4s, 2x4s, they're not what they sound like. A 1x4 is 3/4 of an inch thick by 3.5. So, obviously, not that you guys really need any lumber knowledge, but just to share with you guys some of my knowledge. I miter everything, and of course these are not together yet. They haven't been glued together yet. But if you miter everything, it's much easier to make things straight and square. And if you're going to put the time into building some sort of building on a diorama, you're just going to have to take my word for it. It is absolutely worth taking your time and doing things right and making it look good. Because I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Right now, I've made 2 trips to the lumber yard to get materials for this. I had to get the plywood that I put down, and I had to get these 1x4s, and then starting on the second story and up, the wall material is 1/4 inch thick by 3.5. So that stuff's a little bit cheaper than 1x4s, but it's also a little bit harder to work with at times. But just in these 2 trips, I am about $20 in material so far, and this is just beginning to build the shell of the building. So, obviously, it's a very expensive proposition. For those of you that don't know, excuse me, sorry about that. Like I say, allergies are killing me today, so I'm going to probably try to keep this video short. But for those of you who don't know, this diorama, myself, I won first place at the DHS Diecast Open House. It was the first time I've ever won first place. It was a very, very rewarding feeling. Shout out to all the crew at DHS Diecast, especially Chuck. And those guys did an excellent job, as always, for their 13th annual DHS Diecast Open House and Model Show. It was an excellent time. Number 14 is going to be next year, obviously, at the end of next July. If you weren't able to come this year, and maybe you can make it next year, I highly, highly, highly recommend it, and I always do. It's a great show. They do a great job. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So, what I did here was, and obviously, because you see the front of this tiller, and I'll get the back of it here in a minute, but obviously this is a fire station, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 5 bays and a man door. Now, the theory, I'm actually going to take you guys back over here and put you back on the flatbed, and I'm going to see if I can move this flatbed over a little bit so that you guys can get more of the entire picture. And we're going to just see what we can do here. Alright, that's a little bit better. Got the new Link Belt 8100. That's one of the things I got with my winnings at the DHS Diecast show. Be doing a model review of that soon. It's one of my first cranes. I love it. It's a great piece. Highly recommend it. So that's what you were seeing there. 5 bays. Most of the larger cities have anywhere from 3 to 5 bays per station. In this particular situation, this is a completely made-up city, fictional city. You know, so I'm just doing this the way I think it should be done. So starting from the left, the first bay on the left would be a bay for a battalion chief. They usually drive SUVs, at least where I am in the country. That's pretty much what they do. The next bay, bay number 2, which is just to the left of the tiller, would be for an ambulance or 2 ambulances. Some cities run 2 ambulances per station. A lot of them call them medic units, medics, ambulances, whatever. The third bay is the middle bay, because there's 5. There's the middle bay and 2 on each side of it, obviously. I decided I think we're going to put the tiller there, because I think that is the best place for it to be, to have clearances to be able to get out of the station. So that'll be the tiller / ladder quarters there. To the right of that, we'll zoom in here a little bit. In the bay right next to the ladder on the right, I am planning on putting the engine for the station. And then the last bay to the right, before it terminates into the wall and comes back out, I'm planning on having for the rescue company, the rescue rig. The second floor, what I did was I made the windows the same width as the bays, because I think it gives it a really nice look. I think architecturally speaking, I'm no architect, but I think that it just kind of fits. You know, I don't think that, you know, because a lot of fire stations, at least fire stations that I've seen, have banks of windows. And I think I'm basically going to go along with that theme for the rest of the building. I have not decided yet how tall this building will be. It will be at least 3 stories, maybe more. I don't know how much more you guys are going to see of this diorama, because I don't like to give too much away. Not that I really care, but, you know, I like it to be a little bit of a surprise for next year. You know, I mean, this is a major change on this diorama that obviously you guys already know about, that will be next year. Since I'm building this, I'm going to go ahead and go through most of the steps with you guys and show you, because I like building dioramas just as much as I like building custom trucks, custom machines. Excuse me, sorry. As I posted on the Facebook page, the matte granite project is moving, but it's hit a couple snags. As soon as I get an extra 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to be doing some more reviews. Going to do an update on the matte granite project. Quick update. The quad size box has been prototyped. It's on its way to me. So that'll leave one more box size, which is the stock standard size box that comes on the first gear trucks. That has yet to be done. I am hoping that later this month, or maybe sometime next month, I can get that prototyped. Hoping that maybe January 1, 2014, that I will have some stock of each box, of all 3 of them, that'll be available for sale. I do have customers already that have orders in. If you're interested, go ahead and send the Mike's Model Reviews YouTube channel a PM, and I'll get back to you, or the Mike's Models 2011 Facebook page, and I'll get back to you about them. Right now, the only size that is ready and available is the Quint, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this, so I'm going to get back to this. This video is getting incredibly long already, so I apologize, but you know, it's been so long since I've done a video. I think you guys deserve a nice long video to get back to our passion for model building. So I'm going to show you guys just about everything as I build this, as much as I can. I'm going to go ahead now and give you a couple tips. Laying this building out, I use this 1x4 material for the first floor layout because it is easier to keep that material straight and not have it bow and kind of get twisted and turned. That 1/4 inch material doesn't like to stay as straight and as true, so you got to be real careful. It's very humidity sensitive, and that's an uphill battle all the time. You guys probably already know that if anybody's ever worked with wood before. When I did the layout on the second floor, what I did was I took a 1 1/4, I think it was, inch hole saw. After I laid out, I drew all the windows onto the 1/4 inch piece of material after I cut it for length. What I did after I laid that out was I used the hole saw, cut 2 holes in each inside of each window that had been drawn out, and then I used a saw to cut out the windows. I know a lot of you guys that watch these videos are younger. Definitely, if you're under 18 and you try to do something like this, you definitely need a parent or adult supervision. I don't suggest anybody under the age of 18 using power tools by themselves. You've got to be very, very careful. So that's just a little quick side note. You know, just be careful. You don't want anything to happen. You know, when you're young, you want to do things. You want to have your independence. But one mistake, one slip can change the rest of your life. I mean, you know, if you were to accidentally cut off a finger or mess up one of your fingers or a hand, God forbid, you know, you're going to be dealing with that for the rest of your life. So, got to be real super careful. I do this stuff all day, every day in the industry that I'm in. So, not that it can't happen to me, but I'm a little bit more prepared and more trained than the average person. I'm going to go over here real quick to this window that's been cut in. I have seen in some buildings inset windows, which is basically what's going to be here. The windows are going to be set back to the inside of the 3/4 material. And I might do some sort of column, round or square column here in the corner, just for design. So that's kind of up in the air yet. The 3/4 inch material would simulate in 1/48 scale, would simulate a 3 foot or 36 inch thick wall. Most buildings, commercial buildings, and definitely residential buildings, are not usually anywhere close to that thick. The 1/4 inch material in 1/48 scale is approximately 1 foot or 12 inches thick. For wall material, that's a little bit more common for commercial structures. Whenever you put brick and block or concrete and brick together, you know, it's pretty common to get a 12 inch or more thick wall. Again, like I said, the reason for the 3/4 inch 1x4 material is for strength and for stability for the base. And it's going to give it a nice little look. There's going to be some inset door frames here. This is going to be a brick building, so this will get skinned with brick before it's over. It looks like we're already about a little over 14 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this up now. When I get a little bit farther, I'll do another video and show you guys some more stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more.